Jensen, Ace, and Team Liquid are well and truly the best team in North America.
So if you think back to the spring split and how we performed so far, I'd say I'm fairly happy. I think we got off to the gates and we proved ourselves really strong and then kind of faltered a little bit at the end. But when I think about it, it's like, here we are trying to tell the guys, hey, these games matter. Like, finish strong. But you can't fake that. Like, we're already in first place seed. We're locked in. The games don't matter. Like, they literally don't matter. So you're trying to create all this like buzz and excitement and like get them, like finish strong when you can't fabricate that stuff. And when you try to, it just falls flat. And then your expectations just change because you're not in it in the right mindset. So a lot of a team's mental stability, I think, has to do with how the game goes. And you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link, so the whole team needs to be strong.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I'm saying that's how it would go, but I had Doublelift.
I don't think I'm not saying like full dive, like Zed.
You guys are just like, no, I'm right. No, I'm right. Pay attention to what your teammates are doing, like what your jungler is doing. It might fix the problem.
I know picks is not the #1 problem at all. We're just pretty much playing badly.
With our losses to FlyQuest, TSM, and Echo Fox recently, even though we still qualified for playoffs, we have to level up our preparation, or there's just more to prepare since we have more time. It's on one team. I've basically been sleeping at the facility a lot of the nights and then just going back to my apartment to shower. It's kind of one of those things where you want to get the prep done as early as possible in the week so we can start implementing draft and game plan ideas into our daily practice.
He's like, I'm in playoff mode. This is everything to me, and he is doing insane analytics and prep and organization for the entire team and coaching staff. Like, he's rallying, right? And so is everybody else. So it's good to see so much of the staff, including myself, like spending more time with the guys and the coaching staff. And I think it's a little infectious. So yeah, I think it's good. Hey Jack, you finished the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Can we spend a little bit of time during the break real quick? Doing it real fast? So.
We thought we were good even though we lose, but when we keep losing, then many negative energy makes another negative energy, and we were in the actual slump. I guess we don't know how to win. We forgot about how to play game.
I'm not really sure what the problem is. I was just so pressured in lane. We both have ideas and we're just not doing either.
It's complicated to each other.
I feel like we positioned just like so badly. He just like walked in, but we didn't even like try to stop him. I don't think there was much relationship between the last like LCS games and our scrims, but I just think we were playing bad and we were slumping, and part of the slump is probably caused by the futility in like trying to win LCS matches that don't matter. Personally, I never really have too many confidence issues. I usually feel like I'm playing pretty well, and if I'm not, I'm pretty hard on myself. And as a team though, we were just having a lot of troubles with our play, and even me individually, I was like losing a lot of lanes that I should be winning and getting 2v2 killed randomly and just making tons of mistakes. So I think we were just having a rough patch, but my confidence never really changed much. I think we just need something to trigger us to trade instead of try to come late. We have Tarek and it's 4v3, it's 4v3 for 5 seconds.
Yeah. We just have to be aggressive here.
I think we need to do something to get him to snap back. Going into playoffs, we want to almost think about the team and being able to diagnose any kind of problems that the team has. Diagnosing almost like a doctor would. And from that diagnosis, then you provide a prescription. So you have to figure that out, right? It's a psychologist working with a patient. We brought in TENNELL, who's kind of our staff sports psychologist and mental coach, and it's really good to have him to fine-tune that process and that diagnosis and the prescription. Just providing perspective and creativity to solve some of the issues and problems that are kind of obstacles to improving our performance.
I think it's important to go out as a team, once in a while, or just as a reminder that, it's not all just business, that we're we're a team, but we should also be friends and have a good time just together and kind of just, get a refresher, because sometimes it can get a bit stressful if all you do together is just think business, play business. Once in a while, having a break or just going out as a team really wakes you up.
It's a first place. It's a slice of bacteria. It looks like this.
You get 2 chances to win. If you lose, you double a limb for them.
If you let it basically. Thank you. Yep. You know Palazzole's probably spamming Rise. Because Jensen played Rise. He can't be the only one. And this played Rise? Huh? Jensen played Rise? Yeah, he played it twice. Do you remember there was the first game that he said he was really tilted? Oh, and the second to last one. Yeah. Yeah. He was only specifically in that matchup.
The reason to go with the burrito is that my eggs are still piping hot all the way at the bottom. That's what the burrito offers, is insulation for the eggs so they stay hot longer. Team that eats together wins together.
Synergistic design.
When I hear a player talking about being in a slump, it's not really something that I'm overly concerned with. Because if you are kind of trending downwards, especially for a player that I know and understand, then we just see where their kind of mental weak points are and we work on them. And that's exactly what we did this week.
Obviously they have the push, right? That's in my head. If they told me to back up, I wouldn't go down because they told me to back up from that side.
I'm not a big believer in resetting and forgetting. I'm a big believer that if slumps like this happen, there's always something that the player or the team needs to learn. And so you don't want to go back to kind of where we were in week, say 6 or 7. We want to be better than we were in week 6 or 7 because of the way in which we have fallen off and the types of mistakes that were being made, or the ways in which our opponents are kind of outplaying us. There's a big term out in the world these days called grit. I mean, it's really in any high performance industry, whether it's business or in poker and in esports, right? There is a point where you are pushed backwards and you either decide to push and fight, or you kind of just continue to cower and either bleed yourself, or it can rapidly snowball against you. Just the idea that I was trying to give Jensen was, sometimes you just kind of have to dig in and understand that every player is going to go through tough times. If you can go through tough times faster, if you can recover better, if you can have a better mentality, a better outlook about it, even though this is hard, you're a great player, things are going to turn around, and kind of have that optimism from a team perspective allows the team to stay in a better frame. Because if they know that you're fighting and you're giving everything you have, then it kind of gives them the initiative to do the same.
Going into the last week of playoffs practice, I was a little bit worried because our scrim results were pretty poor and we were losing most of our games, and we just didn't really seem to work together as a team. Not just as a team, but just also individually. Everything was just going wrong. So I think Jared helped us to feel more connected. I think when you're losing every game, you might start to doubt your teammates and stuff like that. But he kind of just reminded us that we are a team and everyone's on the same page, and just helped us realize that we can still win. And towards the end of the week, we all kind of just, I don't know, for some reason we just started winning again, and everyone was just doing better in lane for some reason. I mean, a lot of us had talks with our coaches, both as a team and individually, to make sure that we are ready for playoffs, basically. And then you know, once we just got a few wins, then I think everything just started to click again.
TL FlyQuest, I think, is TL favorite, obviously. I think they have advantages probably everywhere. FlyQuest have to pull out a bunch, 3 different rabbits from their hat.
TL is going into the playoffs on a 3-game losing streak, and they did not look particularly good in those 3 games.
There's a part of me that just discounts all of the 3 losses from TL at the very end of the season because they can do anything and their record doesn't change. They're going to be #1 regardless, and so I'm not completely willing to believe that they're actually that bad. It was well, they're trying something. They're not going in trying 100%. They're trying 80%, and that's enough for a team to beat.
Their level 1 breakdown, they're gonna most likely spread. Even when I watched us at level 1, it's really hard to cheese us because we move around a lot. They're gonna do a forward setup. The only time they haven't done a forward is sometimes on blue side. It's very rare though. They kind of suck at buff control, so buff invasions are really good. Make sure we call it as an objective. Their Baron Siege, it's mainly a 2-lane. If the only time they do 3-lane is if they have Aurelia and Rise. And if they do 3-lane, it's the same thing. Their middle stack's open to getting engaged on. And then flank wards, flank spots for core. Tri-bush, tri-bush, tri-bush. They never check it.
It's really important that we fight when Impact's in range. But you guys need to watch where Impact is. Third scenario is when we first pick Jace. So that's right. So the turret.
Yeah. I can see all of you, coaches included. You guys look really strong today. All right, so the visualization that I did the other day, I want to do another one just to solidify the ideas that I think are going to be important to carry you through the entire day today. Okay, so get yourself comfortable. Sit up, relaxed, eyes open or closed. Okay, a couple deep breaths just to kind of clean things out. Okay, and just imagine yourself walking on stage, carrying with you that optimal balance of focus, intensity, poise, decisiveness, awareness, and confidence. All of those kind of mixed together to create a weapon, which is you. And just imagine yourself unrelenting, no matter what comes your way. Full confidence in yourselves, full confidence in each other.
Let's do it!
Let's go! How you feeling going in against FlyQuest?
Quick 3-0, then I go home.
I just spoke with Coach Kane and Dodo. He said that it wasn't until this week that things really clicked together for Team Liquid, and he's confident that their hard work is really going to show.
You're looking at FlyQuest. No one expected them to be here. This is the one team of the top 4 here that didn't necessarily have the expectation coming into the postseason, and they're going up against a couple world champions. This is, quite a matchup.
It's a beautiful underdog story, right? Taking down people that have actually won multiple titles in NA, and it's a tall order.
Impact coming in to try to help out as well. Flashing over the wall, flashing to follow.
I got it.
2 autos should be enough, and it is! Impact starts out strong in the top lane. Here comes the play. A knock-up in. Galio as well. Can they knock down Blood? They've gotten the first kill at Asona. Doublelift is gone. In goes the cannon. Looks for turning it around, but not just yet. Viper is online for the double kill. Looks for number 3. Can't find it just yet, but he might get it there. That's 3 for Viper in his first playoffs. He's already won 1 series. Looking for another. Looking for kill number 4. They found the stun, and it is a quadra kill for Aurelia. And the 5th is picked up. The ace picked up for Po Belter.
Game 1, we made a lot of mistakes and gave them Baron. I think we might have given them Baron twice.
Ace into Baron. Half HP on the Baron. Looking for the re-engage. Most ults are available.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm in. Yeah, let's fight. Front first.
Liquid are invulnerable. Looking for the kills. They're going to get 1 already. Look for a second. Viper going to force the GA out as Turtle tries to stay alive. Kiting away, but goes down to Impact. The kills are going back and forth. But Santorin stays alive. CoreJJ in the duel. A triple for the Rex side. Santorin pushes back Impact. And now it's CoreJJ alone. Just as the...
They need deep in bottom.
Okay, they can't do much with this Baron.
Only 2 of them have it. It's fine.
After that, I think we just got a couple fights going. They had a full dive comp, we had a full kite comp. It depends on who executes better, and we were able to survive the engage and win every fight afterwards.
Once I hit 16, it's fucking GG, by the way.
Here comes the play. Baron's too low. Good smite picked up, but there's the engage looking for the refight, and it's not going to be enough just yet for the FlyQuest side. Kennen does massive damage. Galio joins the back line. 1 for 1 so far. Kennen for Galio. Revives Viper. He's dropping as well. A double kill now for Xmithie. Team Liquid get Baron.
We can chase.
No, I think we can change.
Run forward.
Push, Jensen, no more.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
You can
Run. Mid.
just end.
Now it's 4 versus 2 with a Baron buff. Team Liquid certainly have enough to close down game 1. Down go the last turrets. Team Liquid take back FlyQuest. 1-0 start to the series.
Dude, that level 1 from Jack, that was...
한번 잡았어야 되는데. Don't think about the comp too much because they're probably gonna ban turret all series now.
일단 전파는 근데 잘했어.
Anyways, like good game last game though. We really need to talk about like where our jungle needs to be to help push, and then move. So we really need to talk about that. And as soon as we pick our comp going to game, just think about what you're gonna be doing like individually in team fights.
I thought everything about this series went pretty smoothly. I think game 1 we kind of just made the game hard by throwing the game. We also ran a comp that we weren't like super familiar with playing. We just didn't play it the way it should have been played, but other than that, we were kind of just a better team and they didn't really give too much resistance. After the first game, it was a pretty smooth series for us without too many difficulties.
Impact, gonna land some damage, and there is first blood for Jensen against Viper. There is the pull. They found Ezreal, and maybe you gotta pay your tax. It's April after all. 2 for 0, make it 3. Team Liquid will not be stopped.
Get better.
And that might be the Baron buff that gets them inside the base to look towards game 3.
Team Liquid are slaughtering FlyQuest.
So one of my messages to the team this week was nothing exists after Sunday. Because if you don't treat it that way, then that might actually be true. Right? And even though we might be a favorite against Fly, if we don't play well, they'll beat us. They're a good team.
I'm excited, but I think stay focused. This isn't a free game.
Guys, remember what happened to C9 yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
I always worry a little bit when it's too easy.
Yeah. Anticlimactic.
This is feeling oddly familiar as TL moves to 2-0 in another dominant victory over FlyQuest. Team Liquid are 1 win away from defending their title in St. Louis.
Oh, Impact Core, even your English teacher is here to cheer you on.
I'm not a student anymore.
선생님.
Impact, you were never a student.
I don't need to run.
Yeah, Impact's English is too clean already.
Yeah.
I also like how you can even see on...
That could be enough! The flash is too late! It's gonna burn!
Nice! Good job.
1v1 in the mid lane for Jensen.
We have mid lane under fire yet again.
That's a pull, but goodbye, Wild Turtle. He sleeps with the fishes.
Doing it. The RTPing in.
This is the play. Viper gonna ult towards the back line, finds a flash, gets a bit of damage, but he's gonna drop pretty soon. No stopwatch. And that's gonna be picking up 1 shot, but buys a bit. Looking at the back line access. The stopwatch buys more time. Jensen will drop to an auto attack, and a couple of kills have come through for FlyQuest. The shutdown across the board.
No flash backside, no flash backside. Okay, I'm going to say.
Where's the death ray? The flash, the double kill for Impact on carries, and there is no way out. Even the Abyssal Voyage to send him to the grave. Not enough damage, the ace.
Yeah, and they're gonna get the dragon here as well.
Team Liquid now do have a cannon minion here trying to push on this. Oh, and Hibbert.
Oh, Jensen just shuts down Pobo to the shockwave. Meant nothing, a hit, only CoreJJ.
Careful, Impact, don't die.
Looking for the play into Impact, flashing over the ult, taking some damage though, and they're gonna flash away. One more tag! One more tag, it's out of range, it gets to stay alive.
I got it.
Oh, I've seen that one before in Doublelift games. Victor gets the solo kill, and now, right away, Team Liquid onto the Baron. This must be the death knell that closes it out.
Oh my God, JJ just deleted from the map.
Emblematic of how this game is going. Team Liquid back on form for their date with TSM. A team that
has to be a kill, has to be a kill. Silly. Okay, I'm looking.
Has to be a kill.
Nature, not a kill.
Close the series down. Team Liquid 3-0 in the finals.
You had fans worried coming into playoffs, but after the clean 3-0 sweep today, you guys are looking again like that #1 team. What's this win like for you, especially after the rough week 9?
I was really shocked that we won today. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had no expectations. We had like a 20% win rate coming up to this, so just really grateful. You know, we were able to win, and I think the experience really shows. Like, our team's experience really shows. I think we were really clutch when it mattered the most.
Well, you need to find your way because you're going to be playing TSM next week in the finals in St. Louis, and you guys already have a losing record against them. So what makes you think that you're going to be able to pull off the win this time?
You know, luckily, we got Jensen now, and I think he is a really good match for Bjergsen, and I think this split, they've kind of had our number, and they stylistically have like kind of countered us. So we're just gonna try our best, and I think we're better.
This is my first playoffs with a different team other than Cloud9, so it's definitely a different experience just overall, and I think we showed that we're still one of the best teams, if not the best team. I know a lot of people think that TSM is the favorites, but I actually feel like we are the better team, and I know it's not going to be easy playing against Bjergsen. I think he's a great player who doesn't make a lot of mistakes, so I think it's just going to be a lot more fun because he'll make it a very exciting series. But I mean, last time I played against TSM in a best-of-5 series, I beat them 3-0, so I'm not really too worried.
For me, like, the act of winning the finals is great, but mostly the reward is what comes after, which is going to MSI. And like, I would just be really happy to be able to go to MSI again for the second time. You know, everyone has their own individual motivation. For Jensen and Core, it's like winning it after all this time. You know, historically, Bjergsen always gets the better of Jensen in the finals, but that was when I was on TSM, so this time, maybe we can team up and take him down. All right, thank you. It's like a special feeling to look out and see thousands or tens of thousands of people and hear your name chanted or hear your team's name chanted. So yeah, it's always a really special experience to play in the finals and even more to win it.